Everyone, it's Monday, so it's time for the Troubleshooters. But first, some announcements. Virtual D&D weekend coming up the second weekend in August, and so far, I plan on running games there. Thank you, JT. If you didn't know, we're going to tell you now. Sunday, it's being recorded and then released to YouTube. Immediately or the next day? Next day. So on Mondays, if you watch the Troubleshooters and you're looking for something else to watch, our new show is on YouTube. The first 2 episodes is up because this is. There you go, Varenheim. And coming up soon, we'll have another new game on Wednesday nights run by JT the Man. So check those out. Is it next week? Is it next week, JT? No pressure, buddy. No pressure. You got this. I believe in you. So check those out. New DMs, new players. Some are familiar players. We're excited to have them all and want to say thank you. This one draws to a close tonight for now. Remember that Troubleshooters is seasonal. So season 2, can you believe it? Feels like it's been going on for longer, but it's just season 2. We'll be wrapping up tonight. We're going to take a bit of a break. Come back sometime in September. I haven't made that decision yet, but we will let you all know. If you haven't joined the Discord, make sure you do so that you can get the notifications. Of course, if you're following us here on Twitch, you should get the notification when we go live. We do have shows on Tuesdays with Scion. It's a great RPG. And Jason is a fantastic storyteller and game master. So you guys really should check it out if you haven't. Wednesdays, again, next week, we'll have the new show that JT is running. On Thursdays, we still have A Knight's Ransom. They took a bit of a hiatus as Maddie's been on vacation and some other things happened, but hope to be back soon. And then Saturdays, we do have Stolen Cities, although from what I understand, that might be wrapping soon. However, don't forget that if you've missed an episode, you've wanted to catch up on a show, we do have those all available on our YouTube channel so that you can go in and check those out, and you can catch everything. Thank you very much for the sub. Again, coming up in August, but then in September, I will be in Indianapolis at Gen Con. If you are there, make sure you say hi to me. Find me. You can't miss me. You see my face. This is what I look like. I'll be running the Baldwin Games area as I run D&D games. Oh, man. I think that's really all. Am I missing any announcements? Is there anything else that we have? Dice Shop. Yes, Dice Shop. And what's the name of the Dice Shop again? No, your friends. Hardy Brew Dice. Make sure we have a link for that. We want to throw that up there. Hardy Brew Dice. Mm-hmm. If most of you know who... Hey, it's Baby. This is the woman that keeps me going. She's in here. Say hi to her. Say hello, Emily.
Emily.
We have new dice, and yes, the dice are amazing. We already have people who have purchased them and have them, and it's fantastic. Go check it out. Hardy Brew Dice. Their stuff's amazing. Gorgeous dice. Go give them all your love. And thank you for reminding me. Our thanks to D&D Beyond for continuing to sponsor us in all of our endeavors and shows that use D&D. I think that's everything I have. So without much further ado, let's finale of the Troubleshooters. Thank you for the notification that you were bringing me in loud and clear. So I don't say anything too embarrassing. So
keeps things interesting.
Yeah, it does. It keeps me on my toes. At least you didn't start going 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, ready.
He's gonna do that one time on me. He's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're live."
Oh hey, we're live now. That just went out to the internet.
Forever immortalized. Where's Decca? We need our archivist here.
We got you singing, so I'll take that as a win.
You do have me singing.
I'm back.
Breck is back with us. So, quick rundown. Last week was a short episode, but there was a lot going on as your allies turned on one another. Well, mostly they turned on Liz. Tanook came in to help knock people the hell out. When they all awoke, they were back in their cave that they were using as a hidey hole. The sound of the water rushing by, keeping the sound from their own interactions quieted. As they lay on their backs, recovering from the knock to the head, familiar faces, or at least a familiar face of their satyr friend, as well as an otter by the name of Beskerfell, who greets them, and a magpie that bounces around on the rocks, pecking at shiny things, occasionally looking up and saying his name. Aqua. The Wendigo got away. You were all saved, but the corruption is still in the land. The forest is still in trouble. What are we doing? Where do you want to start?
I'm sorry I couldn't join you earlier, friends. I had to go find a few friends of my own. This is Baskerfell, pointing to the otter, and that's Agwak. That's the magpie. He likes shiny things, so you should probably give him a few if you want to be friends.
Aqua.
Oh, and to the others that I have not yet met. I'm Rin. Hi.
Oh, what
you,
the hell happened yesterday?
I don't know.
Oh, it's good to see you, Ren. My head hurts.
Your death almost happened.
Why did you call me a cunt? What happened?
You know the big rock that needs to like shatter?
Vaguely? Yesterday's really fuzzy.
Okay.
What did I miss? Tanook led me here, so
The convergence stone. There's something twisting it. The Wendigo are protecting it. One of them got away, but we can follow it. It was injured.
Besides the fact that it was injured and we killed most of
We're losing you, Liz.
the big stone, I tried to shatter so that we could restore the forest balance. You guys.
Oh. Hello?
We got most of it.
All right. How about now?
Sounds okay.
Sounds okay. You ended with restoring the forest balance after attacking the stone.
So after I was trying to attack the stone to restore balance, you all decided that it was a good idea to attack me, and I thought it would be a good idea to cause your deaths.
It probably made you think it was a good idea, but it really isn't a good idea. You shouldn't listen to its whispers. They're very dark.
You'd rather kill us than just knock us unconscious.
She was very adamant about the fact.
Guy's just gonna feel for his spear.
Not know that would work. I knew that death would break the curse. I did not know if just knocking you out would break the curse, but I knew I could bring you back.
I feel like death is a pretty extreme option. I don't know how I feel about that.
She did say she was confident she could return you. I was more confident that I could knock you out.
Much appreciated, Chinook.
Sorry about your head.
I deserved it.
If I brought you back, you wouldn't be feeling any pain. There would be
Could
no
you bring
pain.
could you bring all of us back with confidence?
Yes.
Magic runs out at some point.
Will this be an issue if we go chasing after the Wendigo again? Because, I mean, I might be able to take some... I might be able to counteract it, maybe? I don't know. I'd have to pray to the land.
You intend on following us to the Wendigo Run?
I do. It's my problem too. These are my woods. This is my charge. I'm sorry I could not help in the fights before, but I had to, I had to find some allies to help, and I found some spirits of the land who are willing to help. Kind of pointing to the two animals.
Don't apologize. We're just glad to have you now.
I think
I know how to make this better, and starts pulling out little vials of various alcohol and passing them out to everybody. Like, I think you need this.
Cat, do I have any cigarettes left?
Yes, you do.
Cool.
You have that little metal case, that's got them like in there.
Yes.
Open your case, take one out.
Thankfully, they're in the case, or otherwise they might be in some interesting condition.
If I smell the vial, it smells like alcohol. That's what it is, right? Or what would it?
Yeah, so it smells like cider.
Okay.
Which would make a lot of sense.
Yeah. My question is I don't drink, so it's just a plain cider. Is the question, I guess, because I know some ciders can be non-alcoholic.
All of it's alcoholic.
Yeah, it is definitely a fermented fruit.
Yeah.
They are a brewer.
Yeah, then I'm afraid I'll pass. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I have water.
It's all right.
Um,
It's the thought that counts.
They reach into their bag and they bring out this stone pot. Well, what do you want?
Can we just boil some water? I have tea.
Oh, I have lots of tea.
I'd love to try one.
And so, Rin will use their alchemy jug, basically make hot water, and prepare some tea for those who want it, and of course libations for those who don't.
I will definitely take some alcohol.
Liz also has a package of headache medicine, headache tea, that she is happy to also just hand out and be like, "Hey, for your head."
Thought you had packages of Anison, like the buffer powder.
Willow tree shavings.
Yeah, it's just ground up aspirin. I've got headache medicine. You want to take that through your nasal passage to get the best hit you can.
Your headache will be gone immediately for a short period of time.
But your nose will also bleed immediately.
Yes.
And you're going to feel like you can take on the world. You can't, but you'll feel like you can.
Oh my god.
Ooh,
Why can I see sound?
why can I hear
is that what the color?
colors?
I
Is that
can
what the
see
color
ru-
magenta tastes like? Ah!
I can see runes and everything. Or
It
trying
is
to
a way
read
of
from a
doing
tree.
natural enhancement. Yes.
About halfway through my vial from Rin. My rifle! Shit! And I'm going to go and try and fix my rifle, because one of the last things I remember was it jamming on me.
It did indeed.
What am I rolling on that? Hold on.
Oh, it's a tools check, tinker tool check.
Tinker tool check plus proficiency?
Yes. Well, I mean, your tinkering tool should have your proficiency in there if you have them as a proficient item.
I do. Most
So,
definitely.
yeah, that should be just a standard roll there.
Okay.
If it's, what do you have it based on right now? What skill? What requisite skill do you have it based on?
It actually tells me here in Fighter what it goes on. It's just a repair firearm is a Tinker's Tool check DC equal to 8 plus the misfire score. So for the rifle it'd be 10.
Okay, so let's use the deftness of fingers, not the intelligence of mind. So dexterity plus proficiency.
Okay. I just need to roll a 2 or higher. Come on, die. Okay, that's an 11 plus 8. So 19.
All right. Yeah, you easily repair the item.
Okay.
You do notice it took a little, like the butt of the weapon is a little scuffed.
Okay. First time
You don't know where
repairing
from.
weapon in campaign.
There's just a piece of like white hair attached to the end of it.
Where the brass butt plate is on the stock of it, there's like white hair stuck in that in that joint right there. What the hell is that from?
Holds up rifle, looks at Liz, looks at rifle, pulls
I'm a
hair
cunt.
out and like pushes it behind me.
It just goes, oh, that's why. Okay. It makes sense now. Yeah.
I understand. Note to
Yeah.
self, buy macrons for Liz when they are available.
What's outside this cave?
So this cave is a small passageway that winds down next to a creek. The creek is fast moving and has over the eons or over the time has eaten away at this rock shelving that was originally there. So what you have is the creek flows this way, but the land stays up from where it has coming downstream. And there's created a little bit of a pathway. It's a little less than 5 feet, but it's not treacherous. But it's swirled around, and a natural jetty that was there has eaten away at the limestone, creating a cave within that spot. And you guys are inside there. So right outside of it, as you walk, there's going to be a rock shelving above your head, creek in front of you, and then more of those like corrupted trees, the fir trees, and well, actually, I guess in that spot it would be more spruce or more spruce and cedar. But those trees are all like starting to fall apart and become lifeless and things like that.
And how far away is the stone from here?
It was a pretty good ways. It was easily like a 30-minute walk.
So roughly 2.5 miles.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, average walking speed for adventurers just taking a walk, or average walking speed for a human just taking a stroll, is 2 miles per hour. So you'd say,
Going
I'd
through
say
the
probably
forest.
about that. I'd probably say about less than 2 miles.
I want to sit at the creek side. pull out my shawm, the long sort of recorder. Yeah, and just start playing softly and kind of just communing with the land, just to see what I can get, what I can sense.
Give me a nature check.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you do so with advantage since this is.
Okay. That would be 22.
You start to play and commune in the way that Ren does with the forest around you. There is a metaphysical punch in the gut, a sadness that just weighs on your shoulder. At some point in time, you don't know exactly when, tears started rolling down your cheek as just this loss, this forlornness, just almost engulfs you and overwhelms you. The notes crack as you play, and you realize that it's hurt. It's scared. It doesn't know what's going on. And it's begging for your help.
As the others are doing whatever it is that they're doing, whenever I look back and finish, however long it takes me to finish, I look back, eyes shimmering, sort of more black than they are normally, the bright green that they are, more feral, bestial almost, but still emotional. Just kind of look back and we have to help it. We have to. I can't let this go like this.
We'll
And
do
just
what
kinda-
we can, Ren. We're
Liz.
here to help.
I know.
Would I know whether or not the stone was like a cursed stone, or can I make like a check to know more about the stone itself?
You can give me a nature check. You've never come across anything like this, though.
She has no idea. It's a 3.
Are you not sure? What you saw and what you felt and saw from the others, Liz believes with 100% that that stone is the center of the corruption.
Ew, where's Emrys?
Probably just up against a wall of sorts.
Okay.
Sipping on some nice tea. Got it.
Whenever Rin went to go play the Schwam, Gej would have come up to you. Are you okay?
Besides
Oh, sorry.
knowing that besides knowing that Liz would have killed first and rezzed later, I think I'm okay. How are you?
I'm here, but I'm not. I'm glad you're alright. And he's gonna, like, turn and walk away.
Okay.
I like I
So-
should have a special in between each season. It's just those two. It's like the adventures of Gedge and Imrus. All right.
Yes.
I'm still waiting for the adventures of Liz and Emrys,
Just-
where they just burn down a town.
It's not
Chaos.
even I don't even feel like that's
Chaos
it's
Incorporated.
It's a lot of bickering. I can sense a lot of bickering.
But it's also bickering in the sense of you two are in, like, a buddy cop movie, and you're both gunning people down while you're bickering about gunning
Yeah.
people down.
We
You're like,
shouldn't
we
be
should
killing
shoot
these
them
people.
this way.
We could be talking to them instead of killing them.
But here we are. No.
We can res them if we need to talk to them later. Don't worry about it.
Two
You
parties,
guys
ask
speak
questions
with
later,
dead?
and I can bring them back. It's fine. Sorry. Sorry.
Just kill them. I'll
Also,
cast
Liz
Speak with
is-
the Dead. We'll get all the answers we need.
Well, we'll
Or
get
just kill
a
them
few
and resurrect
answers.
them as many times as it gets them to actually tell us what we want to know.
Only if you get together to call it Chaos Incorporated.
considered. It's at the top of our list.
List is just surprised that all of her teammates didn't think that she would kill them and then resurrect them. Like, she's just surprised that all of them are
Not
upset.
surprised at all.
Oh, I'm not
Noonan's like,
surprised.
I
I'm not
knew
surprised.
lists
I was just
from the
hopeful.
battlefields. I'm not surprised in the slightest.
I was just hopeful there was some sort of relationship within work that it's just like, you know, maybe just knocking them out with
The caring part is that Liz would have brought us back. That is the caring part there.
Our own little
It's-
sociopath.
Liz on the battlefield walks up to a fallen soldier. Don't worry, it'll all be over soon, and then you'll feel better. Stab, Rez.
Hey.
I mean, that's what she was gonna do with Nook, so.
People are all like,
All right. Sanook looks impatient. He is pacing in front of the opening to the cave.
Is this daytime or night?
It is actually date. It's earlier in the morning.
To look. Are these things active during the day, or is there a chance we could ambush it while it's sleeping?
We'll probably have a better chance of catching it if we go now. If we wait too long, I'm afraid that it'll have the advantage.
It's all right with everyone. Are we ready to move?
I'm ready whenever you are.
Cap, I sent you a message in.
you have
the
to
chat.
send it to Heath. It's I've got the Dire Bear Zoom. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
You have to. No, that's okay. Sorry. I was just about to message you that. That's my bad.
Sorry about
Yes.
Before we leave, since we have taken a long rest and we have leveled up, Liz suggests that it might be good for her and Gedge to try to divine with their god to see if there's the best way to kill this.
So you're going to reach out towards your god to see the best way of killing this thing?
Yeah, she's going to suggest to Gedge because she assumes that Gedge also took the spell divination to see if either one of our gods could literally tell us anything about this thing.
You know what
I don't
they
know.
say about assuming.
I was to say, the way Gesh just had that head dip, I'm going to say Gesh did not take divination.
Mm-mm.
Hydration.
If Gedge did not take it and she was just all like, you don't want to speak with your god? Okay. She would go off to the corner of the cave and ask.
He would give you one hell of a look, by the way, when you said that to him. Probably one of the angriest times you've ever seen Gedge, aside from the time that dude almost killed him that one time. But he doesn't say anything.
She
The
just
guy
shrugged her shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
in the forges, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
also a half-orc, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
That guy.
Killed that one,
She's
right?
just surprised that you didn't want to speak to them because she knows you, so that's why she was all like, "You're not gonna speak to your god about possibly figuring this shit out? Okay, whatever."
Rin walks over to Moonin, and sort of wringing their hands, sort of contemplatively. Moon, can I have you make I'm going to request something weird. Can I have you make a perception check?
Okay. Sure. Let's see, 26.
You notice that Rin's features have softened, meaning literally they have changed. The facial shape, while still Rin, is slightly changed. Their chest is a little bit more fuller, almost with a bosom. Their hips slightly more curved, almost more feminine in appearance. But they seem to not, really notice that or do anything about it. They come up to you and like, Moon, may I have those strange little metal balls that you fire from that thing?
Actually, they would be actual like encasings
shell.
and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. May I see those? I'm not sure what they are. Metal arrows?
The bullets?
Is that what they're called?
I'll take out both canisters and I have the ones for my pistol, which are a little bit smaller, and then the ones for the rifle, which are a bit bigger.
The pistol is a 45 ACP, so it's about that tall, and then the other one is like a 308, so it's a little like that.
I'll
look to
I'll look to the larger ones. May I?
Sure. Well, what are you?
And I'll
planning?
take them. I'll take the cartridge, just between my hands, and slowly begin to chant. And after a few moments, the cartridge begins to glow, and I hand them back. You find that 4 of the metal arrows, the bullets, have a bit of a reddish glow to them.
Give me 1 second. I'm just going to grab a D4 so I remember that I have 4 bullets for the rifle.
They have a burnished metal glow about them. Those 4 rounds will do fire damage.
Okay.
At 2d6.
2d6 fire damage. I will put 2d6 next to that d4.
Excellent.
Are those considered magical bullets now?
Those 4 are considered magical bullets.
I got 4 big magic bullets. Okay.
Yeah, boy.
He's gonna go back and try to see if he can get somebody to take the even the odds and put that ability on the rifle.
And after doing that, Rin looks physically ill, pales, just kind of clutches their stomach. It sickens me to do that, but to affect metal in such a way, but it's necessary. I'll be a moment. And
if it helps us cleanse your forest, I appreciate it.
They just nod and just turn and walk back towards the river and kind of splash some water in their face and just kind of collect themselves while you're readying, for the journey.
As you splash the water, do give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. That is a 15.
That is enough. The water itself, even though it flows with clarity, you immediately it's vile. Yeah, it's vile.
Well,
and you had noticed that Beskerfell, who is a river kin, did not
go anywhere near it.
Yeah, he turned his nose up at it.
While Rin is walking away, I'm going to kind of lean over to Liz. Does Rin look different to you? Their features seem to have changed a little bit.
I assume with Liz's natural perception, she does not have to roll, or should I roll?
What is your passive?
18.
That enough? Yeah, you'll notice it.
She goes, yeah, but I mean, we have someone who changes, gender and shape and everything else. Well, it doesn't matter. We have another one.
I'm not
It's very fair.
I'm not so much concerned as making sure that it's not just me seeing things after getting roughly bonked on the head yesterday. Just confirming.
I would have brought you lovingly back.
I would have resurrected you lovingly.
Correct.
Consider me scaroused.
You noticed Tanook has finished affixing something to Beskerfell. You can see pieces of hardened bark that are on his arms and his back legs, and he has pieces of hardened bark in little layers, like making like scales down his back now. Yeah.
Actually, written in my inventory is a silver coin. I would like to offer that to Aquak.
As you open it, like you offer it to him, open your hand. So magpies are big birds, and Agawak is bigger than most. Yeah, he jumps up, and like you feel the weight on your arm. He doesn't dig his talons in, but he jumps up, and you feel the weight of your arms. Agawak, thank you, and he takes it from you. And he tucks it under his wing, like in the feathers here. Like it's almost in the like some of the flight feathers, but it seems to disappear. Oh, friend.
Making friends.
So, party, we have received a party bane.
The
Was it
spirit.
JT?
What was that?
Was it JT?
Was it JT?
It was not. It
The
was
spirit
none
of-
of the usual suspects.
Oh no. We have a new a new opponent enters the ring.
I love you, new opponent who entered the ring.
Welcome. The spirit of the forest has weighed heavy on all of you.
I'm sorry.
Your movement in your next combat, even though you know your adrenaline will run high, your movement will be slowed by 10 feet.
Okay.
Very well.
What did my god tell me? Or what did my gods tell me?
What did you roll?
It is not a roll. It is just a you tell me an answer.
You have to ask me a question.
I typed it in the chat.
Did you
the
now?
Chat, I did.
That's because I didn't see it there.
My computer's froze.
Okay. How much of a dick do I feel like being today?
It's gonna be a while before you can do it again.
It's true.
Roll a vibe check and see where you end up.
You know what? I'm going to let Twitch decide. Twitch, should I give a useful answer to a question, or should I be a dick and read the question and answer it the way it was written? The question was, what's the best way to destroy the Rock? Now, I'm not going to use anything that has to do with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So there we go. Okay.
Oh.
Well then. I love it.
The
That's-
answer is smash it.
Yeah, definitely paper.
Paper. Sorry, that's just fantastic. She
Well,
goes
Liz,
out
that
and lays a piece of paper on it.
It combusts.
To Liz, that's great advice considering that was what she was going to do already. So, she's cool with it. She goes, the gods have told me that the best way to kill this rock is to smash it. So
You say that outwardly.
yes, I tell the rest of the party that the gods have told me that the best way to destroy it is to smash it.
Usually what you do with rocks, yeah.
But this was a special rock.
Still a rock.
I don't know that I would react well to that.
I feel like that's sort of an answer we knew.
Now, is there something corrupting the
Rin-
rock, or do we believe
Rin-
the rock is the source of the corruption?
Rin turns around and says, "It is not the rock that's doing it. The rock is what actually binds everything together into a sort of natural harmony. There is something. It's like putting oil into water. It just it messes with the consistency. Similar. There's a poison to it. Breaking the glass jar that holds the water and vinegar it does not fix the problem. It just breaks the container. That will just let it loose. You should probably think we should look into ways, of removing the poison, extracting the vinegar. Don't break the jar.
Is it a poison? Because I've got stuff for that. And she digs into her bag for antidotes and things, and she has I don't know, at least 5 bottles.
I don't know what it is. It was the only analogy that I could think would fit. There is something. I don't know what that something is.
it cursed?
I think so.
Is it sacred to you, that rock?
Very.
So we don't destroy it if we can.
Partially it is what gives me my abilities.
As well as me.
You destroy that, you destroy the livelihood of many.
So destroyed, it's out of the question. We fix the problem.
We need to find where that corruption is coming from, or a way to remove it.
I think if we find the monster, we might find our answers.
Are you ready to go, Liz?
Yeah, I wish that I would have been given the information about the rock before convening with the gods, but it is what it is.
You could have just asked me. I was a clay kicker. That's how you get rid of rocks. You smash them.
And as we embark from this cave, we have received a party boon as well.
Biffy.
I'm sorry for being mean, JT.
This one
didn't
is
mean
from
to.
JT.
Okay, so this party boon, everyone will start off their next encounter with 7 hit points.
7.
1 hit point for each level that you are.
Oh.
So 7 temp HP.
I was like, I liked the other number better, but it was just because even numbers.
You just like even numbers? Just so you know that you don't hate them.
Yeah.
What about me?
We love you, JT. I'm sorry.
We do love you, but you're usually the usual suspect.
Well, just enough usually gives us a lot.
No, it's just enough is the one.
You flip a coin, and just enough is like,
Well,
hey, boon or bane.
For my fellow party members, Just Enough Wrong happens to be a player in the upcoming Wednesday campaign, if you would so like to show some love back in their direction.
Oh, perfect.
Meaning that you can throw banes on him or boons.
Mm-hmm. There are both.
That
Just
hurts
thought
my
you should
feelings.
know.
Wait, I have to ask something. But it's out. I have to know something different.
But yes, we should probably head towards the creature if that's going to be our best lead.
I also want to take a quick second to say something about Just Enough Wrong. Everybody wish him a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, my dude.
No, I won't sing. I'll just say happy birthday.
Congratulations on doubling up.
Congratulations on this, the fulfillment of one more year around the sun.
Too bad we did it. Oh. Or Cap
You
did it,
didn't
but-
die. Yay. All right. So you guys are heading out towards the monster.
We are tracking the monster.
Okay. Can you throw a specific bane on him for the birthday? I mean, you're the DM of that campaign, JT, so yeah, but it'll be next week. All right.
We need to make survival checks for the tracking, or
Yes, please. I would like for all of you to make survival checks for me, or if you like to have just one person, that is fine, and they can aid. Not it. Is that what you're doing there?
Oh no, actually that's an it because my survival is a +8.
I am not proficient in survival.
Is anybody else proficient in it?
That's a 0, boys.
Okay, so you can give Liz advantage on that roll.
Oh,
okay.
that was funny.
Did you?
Yeah. It's okay.
Well, I
though.
mean, you can let your roll stand, and then
No, if she was
Rest
rolling
you.
it, that's fine.
I have an 8, or I have a 20.
okay. You find yourselves back where the stone is, giving it a wide berth, so as not to succumb to its call. You see the broken branches and movement of a large creature heading due north from where you are. You were southeast of it, so you came up and then have to go north now. Yes.
When Liz sees the rock, she's going to smash the acorn like Tanook has told her and tells everybody else. Tanook said to smash the acorn already and like breathes it in.
Okay. It doesn't seem to have any effect on you right now.
Gej is going to reach over and tap Emerus with guidance, just because.
Thanks.
So you can see.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
It seems someone is trying to get on good terms now. Just Enough Wrong has thrown a party boon.
Oh, buddy. I'm sorry for me. For Emrys? Too late, my dude.
Oh,
This group stuff is fine, and I love it. But for me, how many banes have you given me?
well, since we have a boon going on,
This
for
is
the
just
party.
gonna be the weirdest, like, rivalry between campaigns.
What do our
Which,
characters bite?
next skill checks have advantage.
Okay.
Regardless of what it is, you have advantage. So, there we go. You can see that the creature has moved north, cutting a swath. Now, normally these creatures don't leave much of a trail, but this one being hurt and trying to escape has left a very noticeable trail, at least for your skilled tracker. Who's leading the way? Okay.
Probably me.
Okay. Tanuk disappears off into the brush off to your left. You can see his shadow every once in a while keeping pace with yours, but he seems to be off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Moving through the brush, but like around your feet, but not like impeding your movement, Ren. Besker fell, and you every once in a while hear the flapping wings of Agawak as he flies above you. 30 minutes, an hour into the forest, trudging your way, your feet not landing on solid earth but on mud and here and there loose dirt where trees have been pushed over and the earth churned up. The trail that you've been following opens up into a wide, almost like a hollow. The land rises up on either side, dirt mounded up, and you can see the roots of trees sticking through there as you start to move through all of them. Ahead of you, just a moment. Ahead of you, you can see more of these trees that have been sheared off and broken, knocked over. Large swaths. Passive perceptions, everyone. Let's start Moonin.
22.
I know that Liz has an 18. Ren?
Passive perception is 17.
Okay. Gej?
19.
Emrys? 13? 14?
13.
Yeah. Moonin. It's a familiar smell, especially to you and to Liz. To Gej, it's the smell of char that can only come from one source. It's the smell of death that you would catch on a battlefield. It's the stench of fallen that were not interred properly. The hollow crests at the edge of a large crater. Not a bowl, but a crater. You can see the earth was churned up here. The lip down into the crater is about 15 feet. In this crater, you see a rock, a large boulder that sits there, still emitting warmth from it. The other side of the crater, you can see makeshift, or what was makeshift homes, small lean-tos and things like that. The natural homes of the people who lived in this forest. As you look on this site of destruction, a shadow moves standing on top of the large boulder. This unnatural shape, having been hewn from traveling through a void, colliding with others, and shaped as it entered the atmosphere, crashing here into this place. The deer-like legs and the skull of this Wendigo howls. And as it does, I need everyone to give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
With advantage.
Well, it was
Was that
skill
for
check,
checks?
not a saving
Said it was
throw.
a skill
It was a
check,
skill
yeah.
check.
Ah, gotcha.
Regular roll.
Regular roll.
Regular roll.
Wisdom, you said?
Yes.
Dirty 20.
Okay, you're fine.
14.
17.
15.
16.
25.
Everyone except for Liz is fine. As it howls, Liz, you are shaken to your very core. You are frightened. You will make the save at the end of each of your turns. You are frightened. You cannot willingly move closer to your target of your fear, which is the Wendigo itself. You also have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Definitely no attack rolls until the end of your fear.
How far are we from it currently?
You are 60 feet from it.
Okay.
Yep, ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight. 60 feet as it stands on top of this stone looking at all of you. It leaps to the ground. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
This is an ability check.
This is an ability check.
That it is.
Oh, so this we roll with advantage.
Yes.
Sorry. I remembered, but at the same time I was like, huh? Sorry.
No worries. That is an 18.
17.
Too many at once. Hang on.
You want me to put it in the chat or?
No, just give me 1 second. I have a way of doing it.
Kit Kat.
Yeah. All right. Who rolled a 20 or higher? Okay. What did Gej have?
20.
20 and Emrys?
26.
Okay.
Boy.
Ah,
15 or higher. What did Ren have?
17.
Okay. Liz?
17 as well, and that's a +3 initiative.
Same.
Okay. All right.
18.
So- Okay, so Moonin, and then you guys, rules is written, you guys decide who goes first.
Mhm.
So, who wants to go first?
I would assume that probably Ring goes first because List is probably scared.
Makes sense. All right. Let me just type up something here really fast. All right. That being said, Emrys, it's your turn.
yeah. I thought about it, and I should learn that this +8 initiative sometimes always means that I go first. But I think I want to do. I want to do Witch Bolt. Sorry, I apologize.
Witch Bolt.
But it has a
D12.
D12, yeah. Hold on, I just want to make sure it's everything that's constant.
It
I'm
is
not close enough.
concentration.
I'm not close enough, technically. 30 feet
No, but you can move faster or closer.
by 20 feet.
Yep.
I'm not close enough.
We'll put you at 40 feet, but you need 30 feet, don't you?
Yes, I do. I need 30 feet for it.
It's too bad you're not a rogue with cunning action.
Yeah, but I don't want to use it right away.
You can use it every turn.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. As somebody who doesn't also play rogues all the time, I'm sorry.
No
Yeah,
worries.
It's not action surge. It's cutting action.
We're here to help.
You'd think by now I'd know. But fun facts, I do not.
You should be playing a cleric again.
I almost did. I was about to.
If I have all of you as clerics, the name of this game would have been the Holy Rollers, not the Troubleshooters.
I could have done it.
If all of you played clerics, that's exactly what it would have been, the Holy Rollers.
The Holy Rollers and Moonin.
Instead of the A-Tim, it's the Amen.
Yeah.
Did you just flip me off?
No,
It looked like you flipped me off.
I absolutely did because that was stupid, and I laughed, and I'm mad about it.
You're mad because you laughed. It wasn't stupid.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
It was
The
terrible.
Amen.
Okay, I will cunning action
All
to
right.
get closer enough to use Witch Bolt. So I need to make a ranged hit that I can do. I apologize.
I'm sure no one's going to have any questions about you palpatining this thing.
Not at all.
You know what? They can corner me later.
Move sight over.
Everybody look over
Concern.
there!
Concern.
Look, a distraction.
Guys, what is that in the sky?
Aqua?
Just
that
like
poor
going
bird.
really quick across the people. Sorry. 19 to hit.
19 to hit.
Yeah.
As the lightning flies at him, he swats and it shoots over and strikes the stone, disappearing.
Well,
You know, that rock looking pretty sus now. Like just disappears, or it looks like it gets sucked in.
Basically, your spell fizzled. He just.
Oh, it
and
just fizzled. Okay, perfect.
It was just dramatic flare.
Which is fine, but my brain's like, did that rock just intake that energy, and is that going to be something
No,
worse
he
later
just-
on down the road?
He just animated your spell. Just
Perfect. Well, you know, that's all I got. Can I take the rest of my movement backwards? Because I would have just moved
You
40
have-
feet.
You have. So you move 20 and then another 10 to get your 30 feet. You have
That's
10
true.
feet that you can move back.
10 feet. Yeah, he's still gonna like be in my face within the span of 30 seconds. But I mean, a little bit of distance closer to my party is fine with me.
Yeah, you can say he'll be
Up in my grill, climbing onto
Mhm.
my shoulders.
I am the alpha male. Harvey
Quiet,
Birdman
Everest.
reference.
I am searching.
All right. So, is that your turn then? Good, because guess whose turn it is now?
not
buddy.
us.
Ay.
I'm going to definitely die. All right, and he does. He bounds across the ground,
Sure.
dragging rock with his claws. As he approaches you, he takes a swipe at you. I need to bring up my dice roller. The first claw attack swings, barely missing you. The second one comes up, a 17.
It hits.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. You take 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And I need a strength saving throw.
Ay. That's a 2.
You are knocked back 10 feet. Not prone. You're just flung 10 feet. he then moves the remainder of his movement because you went 30 feet. He was at 60 feet. Yeah, he's only moved 40 to get to you. He uses 10 more feet. And you watch as the antlers come up and you hear an unnatural bone pop sound. You realize that it's opening the maw as it goes to bite you. That's going to hit. That's a 25.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge this damage.
Probably a good idea.
I was like, that's teeth.
Instead of that, you're going to take 7 points of damage.
Somebody come get their dog.
Oh man, this is going to be a wonderful fight.
Come get your dog. It don't bite. Yes, it do. I'm so sorry, Gish.
No, you're not.
Not.
Taking that out of there because that's dumb, and that's fine. Okay, I'll call it bite, and that is his turn. Gej, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Guardian of Faith.
Okay.
About 5. How close is Emrys to me?
You guys started.
He's roughly in the same spot that he
10,
was.
he's about 10. Yeah, has he moved 20, and then 10 more, which is 30, and then back 10.
10.
So
and
he
then
is
I got knocked back 10.
10. So yeah, he's roughly where he started.
Okay,
Return to
so
start of game. Fine.
in
Reset the pieces.
I just hit a snake and I'm back down to my spot.
how close to me is that?
I'm sure you guys were coming down the hollow and then saw the lip as you guys kind of moved out. I will say that knowing you two, probably within 5 feet.
Okay, so
We'll go from order from right to left as you're left to right as you're looking down in there. It would be Gej, Emrys, Ren, Liss, Otter on the outside, or Moonin on the outside edge.
Okay, so within where this creature is within 10 feet, but the radius is more focused on Emrys. I'm going to, if that makes any sense at all, cast Guardian of Faith. And then what that is going to do is going to make a Spectral Guardian. And the only thing that is going to be visible is a shield with Marza's symbol. And it says a sword, but a spear seems more appropriate to me. And I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from the Windidgery Dome.
The Windidgery, get the hell out of here.
Leave my friend alone.
You need one immediately?
Yay.
Oh no, you Windidgery didn't.
I'm about to Windidgery do.
Windidgery did. That is only a 12.
12 does not beat 15, so he is going to take 20 radiant damage.
Okay.
Nice.
It has 40 more damage until it disappears.
And it still takes half damage whenever it fails the save.
Yes.
It means succeeds. But yeah.
Or succeeds, yes. Sorry. Apologies.
You may want to be new. And then using War God's Blessing, I'm going to close the distance and make a attack on it with my spear.
Okay.
And that is a 21.
Yeah. That actually will hit it.
Cool beans. My dice are being super polite tonight. I guess it's making up for making me try to cannibalize my friends. And that will be 7 damage.
Hey.
And
that
is
is
my
a
turn.
+1 spear. Good deal.
Mhm.
All right. And that brings us at the end of your turn, Gej. He is going to use a legendary action. Each creature within range, which would be you and he had to have moved close enough to bite because it's a 5-foot reach, but his claw is 10 feet. So he would be right up on you. So that's going to be able to hit you, Liss, and Ren because everybody else is outside of that range. All right. So he's going to make
Rin hasn't moved up yet.
You're thinking Gej and Emrys because they're the
It's-
ones that are
Yeah,
in the
that's
fight.
the two. That's the two. Just Gej and Emrys.
Just
Yeah.
reverse then. It's fine. We got you.
Yeah. All right. And the first claw attack is going to be against Gej and 18.
18 meets it, beats it.
All right. And you are going to take 13 points of slashing damage. I need a strength saving throw, please.
Do math.
That's okay. As the other claw comes down on Emrys, it finds a weak spot in your armor, and that's a critical hit. That's 26 points of damage. Do they have a range? Is it just
So
you
you
can
just-
see them, or is there a range to it?
It is any creature that I can see within 30 feet.
Okay. Not a critical, only 13 only 13 points of damage.
Yep.
Need a strength saving throw from you as well. How did you do, Gej?
16.
I still have guidance. Does that I haven't used it. It's already gone.
That's
It's a
ability
minute.
check. And
It's
it's
a minute.
ability checks, not
Okay,
saving
perfect.
throws.
Sorry, I remembered it, but couldn't remember it off the top of my
Well,
head.
that would have been way back whenever we encountered the rock. The thing I actually meant to cast would have been resistance.
Yeah.
Because I
You-
forgot there's a difference between the two, but it only lasts a minute, so it's long gone.
As,
Unfortunately.
Gej, as the claw comes down, you try to bring your spear, or does Gej use a shield? Nope. You bring your spear up to protect. It slams against you, getting through and clawing you and shoving you back 10 feet. Emrys, as the claw comes down, what was your strength saving throw?
19.
19. You bring your blades up to parry, and while the damage gets through, you are not knocked prone. You keep your feet underneath you, resisting the blow.
Am I
All
prone
right.
or just knocked back?
You just knocked back. All right. That is Moonin, it's your turn. You're 15 feet from it.
15 feet from it now?
Well, because of where you were at. Remember on the edge of the rim of this thing?
Yes.
From you to it is 15 feet.
I am going to circle around away from it,
Mm-hmm.
continuing along the rim.
Mhm.
I'm going to sit my ass down and pull up the rifle, see if we can't make these shots count. I got 4 of them.
Make them count, my friend.
We are going to... Hold on, just checking something here. I'm going to burn 1 grit point for Deadeye on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to see if Sharpshooter will go through. I don't want to waste these bullets. Thank you, advantage. That ends up being 21.
That hits.
Okay. So down to 3 of those. So I'll start with the fire damage. It's 5 points of fire damage.
Double to 10.
Does it double?
Weakness.
It does against this thing.
Oh, okay. Well, howdy.
Somebody was paying attention down there. I see the smug look on Bragg's face.
I
Make
don't
sure
have any fire magic, otherwise I'd do it.
me sitting here. It'd help if I picked the right die for the damage, yeah? Yeah, there we go. So, I'll take 23 bullet damage.
Hey.
But that was cutting it real close.
Yeah.
We're gonna reload, and we are just going to go for a regular rifle shot on the second one.
Okay, you fire the first one, it flies through the air, searing the air. It slams into the creature, which howls in pain. You quickly rack the bolt back into place. Ready your second shot.
Well, now I don't have to minus the 5. That's nice. That's a 24.
Hits.
Fire damage first. Takes 3 fire damage. And
Okay.
Double to 6.
double to 6. Bullet damage. It'll take 8.
Okay. Hang on, I got a math. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Again, bringing the rifle up, firing again. The bullet sizzles through the air, slamming into the creature, which howls again in pain, turns its eyes at you, and you can see these black wisps of smoke that have purple light within them from where its eye sockets are.
And in case it charges at me, I will stand and then end my turn.
Right on. All right.
Rather
That
not be on
brings
the
us...
ground if it comes running at me.
Ren, it is your turn.
I'd like to ask forgiveness for what I'm about to do, but it's never a bad time for a revel. So, the satyr pulls out their shawm, starts playing a little tune, and after this quick tune, starts singing. The bird and the otter bring the forest to the war. Ah, the furry satyr makes the lightning hit the floor and brings down a bolt of lightning with a call lightning spell.
Get inspiration.
Thank you. And
You're
with,
welcome.
when I say the word otter, I point at Baskerfell and have it go harry the creature.
He squeaks and charges into battle, weaving his little body in and around the feet of the creature. You watch as the creature is quickly trying not to fall and topple, and no matter how much he tries to strike the ground, the otter is too quick as it darts in and around his feet.
So I will roll damage here, and the save DC is a dex save DC 15.
Okay. That is a
20.
total of a 28 on the save.
Okay, so it takes half, but it does 24 points, so 12 lightning, or unless it has resistance, it would take less.
Not to that. So 12 lightning?
Yep.
Okay. The combat otter.
Yes.
Everyone
and there
needs one.
is- And there is a darkened cloud that has kind of surrounded the clearing at this point, above the clearing, about 60 feet up or so, kind of
Okay.
providing a little bit of shade as and I keep concentrating on the cloud by playing the tune. It's my turn. I back up
All
a
right.
little bit.
Liz.
Liz is going to do stuff. Hold on a second. I have to remember what it actually says.
It is a good choice to do things and stuff.
She is going to she's going to curse the creature within 30 feet of me until the end of my next turn. The next time you or an ally hits the cursed creature with an attack, the creature has vulnerability to all of that attack's damage, and then the curse ends.
Okay. Is that a saving throw on my part?
No, it just happens as an action to curse one creature until the end of my turn.
That's awesome. Okay.
And I have to give you a saving throw, right?
Yes, you do.
That is a 27.
Okay, you are no longer frightened of this thing. All right, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
We're back to the top of the round, Emrys.
Oh boy. Sorry, for some reason my character sheet dipped.
It just said nope. Later.
I literally all I saw was a beholder, and I was like, "That's not Emrys."
That's not right at all.
I mean, it could be. No, I'm kidding. I will try and get out of the danger zone.
Danger zone.
Yeah, it's fun.
Lana.
So I'll take the I'll use cunning action to get away from him, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Do a little disengage. And then I will Eldritch Blast. Well, yeah. Sorry. A 20 and a 21 to hit.
The 21 hits. The 20 does not.
Okay, perfect. Nobody is within 5 feet of it, right? Because Gej got knocked back.
Yes.
Perfect.
Right. That is
Okay.
correct.
Just gonna... Okie dokie. Yeah, keep staring. It's okay. He'll crack under pressure, and that's all your fault. 1d10. Yeah, 7.
7 points of damage. Okay.
Yeah, 7 force damage.
Okay. Sorry.
What's this one?
Otter made me laugh. It's something posted over there. Yeah. Ooh, okay. You're okay on that. Thank you for reminding me on that, Ren. So far, no good. Okay. Excuse me. All right. So, Emrys, that's your turn. At the end of your turn, he's got the taste of your blood in his mouth.
And he was vulnerable to that, so that did double damage, right?
So it should have been more, right? All right.
Is he moving?
He's moving closer to Emrys, yes.
I need a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
I also
29.
Takes 10 damage. Radiant, if that matters.
Not particularly, no. Okay. He is now in your face again.
Mhm.
His first attack is going to be 29.
Mhm.
You're going to take 13 slashing damage. I need a strength saving throw.
$16.
This time you are knocked prone. The next attack has advantage, but it's a 28. Another 13 slashing damage. No worry about a save this time around.
Keep in mind he's being harried.
Oh, that's right. So that would have been let me re-roll that first one again.
And
It's still a 23.
Well,
It's still a 23, so.
Yes. Emrys has received a point of luck.
So, good job. So the second one would have been still a 28 because it would have been advantage because you're prone, harried. It would have been just a straight roll. All right, so 13 on that second one. You've already got that. And then the bite, he still is being harried. And that's going to roll with disadvantage. The harrying saved your... Or actually, it's a straight roll. The harrying saved your life for the 10.
Mhm.
All right. It is now Gej's turn.
How is your boy looking, Hugh?
How's Q doing?
Not so great. Is this thing... Well, no, because it would only do it once. Shit. So Emrys is not looking very good. Is that a factual? Is that an actual factual? It's not looking too hot. Cool. Okay.
I'm
So
gonna take all those facial tics that you're giving me there as a no.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, right, say it, but
Plaintive noises.
Emrys is down on his back with this thing over his face, and he's screaming. I'm probably crying a little.
Maybe a little.
Question for you, Heath.
Mhm.
Would you allow me to occupy the same space as Emrys since Emrys is prone?
No.
Okay.
However, the rules as written state you cannot end your turn in an ally's space. If you were to, say, run up and shove or drag Emrys, you could then take that spot. And remember, if you are pulled, dragged, or moved out of not of your own accord, meaning that you don't willingly run away or unwillingly run away because of a spell, but if you are dragged or pulled from that spot, they do not get an attack of opportunity because everybody is just as surprised as you are.
Cool. So Gej is going to cast Spirit Guardians, which hover within 15 feet of him. They are going to manifest themselves as wolves, as that is one of my patron's sacred animals. He is going to
shield drops.
No.
They come.
The Shield Guardians is the only concentration spell that I have.
Shield
cast.
Guardians. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, I heard the wrong thing.
No, you're good.
That's my fault.
Sorry, Spirit Guardians. That is the only concentration spell that I have cast. So he's going to cast that before he comes up. He is just going to manhandle the ever-loving fuck out of Emerus and throw him to the side and poise himself in between him and the Wendigery don't. I need to see what you need to roll. It's a wisdom saving throw.
All right, and I need a strength athletics check from you.
Yeah. Oh, baby, you're so nice to me right now. That's a 19. 18 plus 1.
You are able to drag your ally, your friend, physically out from underneath the Wendigo.
Get your ass up and move. And shoving you backwards. Like I said, need the wisdom saving throw, and I am also going to attempt to fix. Yay! Cool beans. You're making me nervous, child. Where'd you go? Ooh, 12. 20. 20 radiant damage. And I'm going to hit him with the spear. I rolled a nat 20.
Well done.
Get wrecked. Sorry. I feel like these rolls are too good at the moment, and I feel like you 3, 10, 14 damage with the spear.
Okay.
And I'm going to just interpose myself between the Wendigery don't and my buddy, and call that good.
Initiative order 20. There is a pulse of light. Hydrate! There is a pulse of light from the stone. As it does, you watch as some of the wounds on the Wendigo knit back together.
Well, that's not good.
Is this the ley stone, or is this the one that you said that was sort of
The-
twisted?
The meteor.
Gotcha.
It's the meteor that crashed in there.
The Skyrock.
Skyrock! WRCK. Skyrock. All right, and that is Moonin's turn. Oh, actually, nope. At the end of Gej's turn. Sorry. I'm gonna hit some people. Wendigos.
When day goes, day goes.
Wendigos, day goes. Can he be Wendigon already? Nat 20.
Is that
No.
with the disadvantage?
$26.
Yeah, that definitely beats 18.
Mm-hmm. I have been generous, man. $13 still.
Sorry?
13 damage. And he is going to hit Emrys as well, because 10-foot range. Don't need 2d20, I just need 1. Thank you. 21 to hit you. Emrys, you're going to take 14 points of damage.
Still conscious over there, bud?
For a little bit longer.
Whee. Okay. Now, Moon, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna try something new.
Okay.
We are going to expend a grit point for
Mhm.
a violent shot. So,
Did you wake up and choose violence?
This bullet did. This gives me a +2 to my misfire score for the gun, but if it hits,
Okay.
I can roll an additional weapon die per grit
Okay.
point, so I only spent 1.
All right.
13 plus 10. 23.
That'll hit him.
So that's going to be 3d10. Oh, one more bullet. So that'd be 18 fire damage. That's already doubled.
Okay, thank you.
If I got 18 with 2d6, I'd be confused.
That'd be weird, man. Okay.
5, 9, 13. 18 damage with the bullet.
Okay.
With the first shot.
Okay, go ahead and give me your second shot.
Flying through these. We're just going to do a regular shot here. Oop, off the table. Try that again. That's an 11 plus 10, so 21.
That'll hit him.
Fire damage is 4 points doubled. The 4 is already doubled.
That's sad.
That was 2 1s, and it makes me sad. And bullet damage is going to be 9 plus 5, so 14.
Okay. You fire the first round. It tears through the creature, screaming through the air as it goes. You quickly, before you even see it land, rack the bolt back, slam it forward, and fire again. The first one punctures through the creature. The second one follows almost a split second behind. As they both tear through, the creature turns, and you watch as the black mist and purple color in there fades and winks. It takes a step and tumbles to the ground, one hand landing beside you on the ground, Emrys. The other hand falling to the ground. It turns its head at an awkward angle, its mouth moving, opening up and closing. It looks like it's trying to bite, but it can't control anything anymore. As it does, it howls in pain, and you watch the very sharp, angular shoulder blades come together. It gets on all its knees, howls in pain one more time before falling bodily to the ground. And it starts to fade out.
Regardless of, is Rin next in the initiative order?
Ren is next in the order.
While it's fading, if I
Mhm.
may, Rin would like to close, cast Flame Blade, and shove it into the creature's mouth.
As you cast it, the flame blade comes up. You spin and slam it into the mouth. The howl comes from somewhere deep in its chest, and it's choked out, fading once and all.
And that is a 0-2.
Oh. Do me a favor. Don't look at the table.
All right.
Roll a D100, please.
You got
What
it.
is happening?
That is a 100.
Okay. Without looking at the table, I have rolled as well. Would you like to choose my roll or yours? And no, I will not tell you what I rolled.
Go big or go home. You got to go with the 100. I mean, it's right there. I mean, gotta.
All right. Oh, that's no fun. Well, you avoid having your skin turn a vibrant shade of blue, and instead, no, I'm sorry. You avoid your skin turning a vibrant shade of blue, and instead regain any spent sorcery points.
Oh, well, okay. So I'd like to say that basically energy sort of gathers around Rin as they're casting this spell, kind of coming from that meteorite and from the land and whatnot. It just kind of flares outwards when they cast this spell. And then they sink to their knees, like just letting out almost like a primal yell
Mhm.
as the creature is dissipating in front of them.
And no cursing for the next 10 minutes.
Timer
And that's
is
one way.
on the clock.
If we do a full session like this, I will probably just pass away. Bite my tongue
Liz.
many times.
No, we don't hate
So
you.
Liz's turn, just because I've already rolled for it, and
Mhm.
she's just going to look down at Emerus and or look up at Emerus, depending on how tall Emerus is at the moment, and just be like,
He's still sitting.
On the ground.
Yeah, I'm about 2 inches
On the
tall
ground.
right now.
on the ground, just looking down, just like patting his shoulder and just being like, there's too much death on this battlefield today, and I like you, so you're not
stab
dying.
me.
No, 21 points of health.
Me sitting here like, you'll feel better in a second. Smack.
This is how we
All
solve
right,
our
this
problems.
is gonna look like I hit you with a hammer, but it's gonna heal you. Bonk! It's one of
Please
those
give
squeaky
me
ones.
a hammer of healing. It doesn't do damage, it does healing damage. Just so I can run up and just crack.
I don't remember if it was Mithranor, but I know it was somewhere in there. There were these 7. You're nodding your head at me because I knew you would know. The sword that heals, you have to stab them with it though.
Mhm.
That was the best thing ever.
Yep.
You go to stab your enemy, and it's like, I feel better. Oh.
The ultimate torture implement.
All right.
There are 2 ways to use a healing weapon, and that is one of them.
That was me as a cleric, a Tempest cleric, trying to get information from somebody, as I would hit them with everything I have, and then heal them, hit them again, and then heal them, and hit. It's like, because you don't forget the damage that was done. It's healed, but you don't forget it.
And Emerus Gej offers you a hand up.
He'll take it now.
You take another 19 points of healing.
Thank you. Cap, I'll tell you took me to 4 from 70.
If I would have just had another round, but those bullets were too good.
That fire damage was very appreciated, Rin. Thank you.
Baskerfell walks over to where the few remains, the tattered hide that marked the skin of the creature, the bones where it was at, and kicks dirt over it before coming back to your side.
Should we be looking into that? And I'm going to point at the sky rock in the crater.
I would like to cast Detect Magic on it.
All right. Yes, it is magical.
I like to think that Agwak is going around and picking up all of the spent casings.
We
love
talked
that too.
about Moonin having a casing bag
Mm.
fit over the ejection slot so that he could redo them all. I don't know if we actually said that was like canon or not. Oh, it is canon. That's
When we
right.
came here and realized bullets were at a premium and I'd have to make them, that became a thing.
Gotcha.
Yep. So, I mean, if Moonin would like to surrender one of the casings to Agawak, the rock does have, it has necromancy magic.
This is thriving.
She went in slow motion for a second. She was like,
I was like,
This rock is for me!
Um,
Puts rock in bag.
it's rocking.
it's huge. It is a massive
Bag of holding
boulder.
and just kind of like
My God.
She's known for putting big rocks into bags. It's fine.
My god told me how to deal with this. I just break it into small pieces so it fits in my bag.
Liz's walking speed is now 0.01 because the rocks are just weighing her down.
Cargo pants, but all the pockets are filled with rocks.
Yes! It's like three pockets on each
Giant
side.
bulging pockets on
Pockets.
everywhere.
Can I cast
Oh.
Dispel Magic on it?
Can you cast what? Dispel magic?
Mhm.
You're gonna have to roll for it.
While they're doing that, Rin will use up the last minute of Call Lightning. Just keep blasting the rock with it.
Starts to shatter pieces of it, sending it here and there as it just continues to.
Well, there might go my question of, is anything written on it?
You don't know. All right, what'd you roll for your dispel magic?
It's just my spell modifier.
Correct.
Correct. Okay, so 13 plus 4 is 17.
You doesn't seem to have any effect. What you notice, though, since Detect Magic stays up, as the pieces are broken off, those pieces no longer have any magic left to them. Slowly but surely, pieces of this rock. Yeah. I was like, I think it was longer than that, but yeah, still, you're blasting away at it. As pieces of the rock are being blasted away by lightning bolt after lightning bolt, you start to notice the rock is like there's something in the middle of it, something inside there. When the lightning hits it, it just and dissipates. It keeps hitting the rock, breaking it apart. Eventually you realize the object is about that long, and it looks like a crystal that's been jammed into the rock. As you're watching this happen, Emrys, a familiar voice says next to you, well, that doesn't look good at all, does it? Yes, Liz.
Is the crystal rock undead? She's going to just cast Eyes of the Grave, so knowing any location of undead within 60 feet of me.
Nope, it is a crystal. It's like it looks like a crystal shard. Like I hate to be like that dude, but has anybody seen Dark Crystal? You know, the crystal shard that they carry around, it looks about that big and about that big around. So it looks like a big piece of shard of crystal that's been shoved in there. And again, like I said, next to you, you hear a very familiar voice going, well, This doesn't bode well at all.
Do you know what that is?
Well, yes, it's a crystal from a weird place outside of this realm. I would assume that anything that's covered in magic-y woodly-doodly stuff from outside this realm is not good.
You're not wrong in the slightest.
Thank you for recognizing.
Of course.
You're a peach. He kisses you on the top of the head.
Mm. If I wasn't so in pain right now, I'd move away, but I'm not feeling it right now. You think it'll kill me if I touch it?
He reaches out and your hands are just at your side, or just...
One hand would probably be just kind of onto his shoulder, but the other one's just down.
With your other one, you feel him reach out and touch your hand. He says, "Please don't. I mean this when I say it. I like you. I don't want to see you go anywhere."
Did Emrys say if I touch it, will it kill me out loud, or is he saying this in his head?
It would have been very softly. So just I'm standing there. I don't know who's around me. I would probably guess that Gej is fairly close. And I know you came by and touched me, but I don't know how far off you went, if you went to smash the rock or not.
Rin is not paying attention at all.
Kieran's just...
Scope. Scope.
Eyes are out of the skull on the rock.
Somewhere, and all of a sudden, all you hear is Mooning going, "I've got you in my sights." You're welcome.
Acquired. Bliss is just gonna go, I literally just healed you. Please don't die. I mean, I can bring you back, but can you wait 4 hours?
Turning to Liz is, "Oh, sorry, I guess it was a thought on my mind."
Target acquired.
Never have I been so happy to have just a random giant lens next to me. It's just
It was perfect.
I have the shot. It's so good.
I knew this day would come. He's been acting real sus for the last little bit.
Weapons hot. Take the shot.
Don't worry, Liz is right there. You'll be fine.
All right.
No.
So, as more and more of the crystal or the rock is chipped away, eventually it falls. It doesn't bounce. It hits the ground with a boom and stays in place. There's no movement from it. It just emits this sort of sinister energy. I mean, it doesn't take a detect magic to look at this thing. You can see something inside of the crystal swirls and moves and swirls.
If the lightning is directed to hit it, does it seem to have any effect at all?
It hits it, and it doesn't seem to... It goes to hit it and just arcs on either side of it, grabbing the ground but doing nothing to the crystal itself.
Eventually, Rin will make the clouds go away. As it realize that it's kind of fruitless at this point. The source of the corruption is that, not the rock itself. So
we could try more physical damage with the rock if you'd like.
You need one of those little grabber things you get whenever you get older. You just reach out.
Get the socks out of the washing machine.
Yeah, exactly.
My mom has one. We're going to go with the broken jar theory, considering how swirly the rock is. So let's just put it in a bag and bring it back to Colm, who probably knows more about magic than the rest of us.
Oh, a few people, I feel like.
A T-Rex had one.
They do make those.
Yes.
One.
How are you going to get it in the bag?
Yeah. One, how are we going to handle this to bring it somewhere? And two, should we be bringing this to a village full of people?
Little fence around it.
I will stand guard
Who's a
here.
shovel?
If you want to bring Colm here, I will stand vigil here.
Catapult
I mean-
spell into a containment zone. Just yeet it into
Like
the
a-
different.
That's
Just like a bunch of
catapult
jars
spell
going
into the
one of
bag of
those.
holding. You're just like trying to catch it with the bag of holding.
Then you just have to. Then it turns into who's gonna take it out of the bag.
Okay,
dump
can
it.
I?
Bring it.
Dump it.
Bring it back to where our good friend is across the pond, and just leave it in the directorate.
You do. Oh. Since I know what this thing is. It's like, oh. Remember, what happens if you turn a bag of holding inside out?
Everything
All of the
comes out.
contents spill out. So you don't have to worry about handling it. You just go, blah, and everything comes out.
How big is this
There
thing
you
in
go.
terms of dimensions?
About a foot and a few inches longer. And about maybe, about 2 inches across. And it's like long and sloped, so it's like pointed at each end.
Do I feel, I hate to say this, a connection to it?
No. It is otherworldly in and of itself. Yes.
Do I feel any connection with it, considering that it is necrotic for the most part, or the rock around it was necrotic?
Give me an Arcana check.
That is a 12.
Doesn't have any familiarity with you. Gage. Give me a wisdom saving throw. Take some twine, tie a lasso, rope it, and then just drag it like a pet rock.
I'm just curious how heavy it is, since it didn't bounce like at all.
23, 16 plus 7.
Okay. It's laying there. Out of the corner of your eye, you watch as Aguak lands on a nearby rock, tips his head in either direction. Aguak?
Uh-oh.
Liz quickly pulls out a stone from her bag, like what, just like a gem, and is just like, "Hey, don't touch the rock in the middle. Come get this one. It's shiny."
Aguak. And he bounces over to you and lands on your shoulder, heavy, just. You watch though as another figure comes from the edge of the forest. He's walking with his feet, his toes dragging in the dirt as he takes one heavy step after another. The buckskin pants and tunic covered in some sort of like he's sweating, from here and from like around his joints and stuff. You see him dragging behind him the stick that he was using as a weapon. It seems heavy in his hand as he takes one heavy step after another towards the thing laying there.
Okay.
Man,
Is this somebody we know, or?
It's Tanook.
Chinook.
Oh, okay.
I think the best bet is probably just to get it up out of the ground, or at least out of view of sight. So I'm gonna take any piece of extra fabric that I have, throw it on top of the crystal, even if I'm scooping up whatever's on the ground underneath it, and
You're scooping crystal, dirt, and everything in
Yeah.
like your cloth.
yeah, and tying
Okay.
it at the top without.
Take my scarf. It's fine. He won't hurt you.
No.
All right, as you scoop it up,
Mhm.
holding it in the dirt and the cloth, Gratz goes, "Oh, that's unwelcome." And you watch as you feel this wrenching feeling from you, as something is like torn asunder inside of you for a moment. What is replaced the world goes black around you. You are standing in a void. Around you are nothing but pinpoints of light. As the DM to the player, why do you do this to yourself? Anyways, you stand.
This decision wasn't being made.
I was about to cover it in a bedroll.
You stand in a void. All around you are points of light. You gasp for a second, realizing that you are not drawing in breath. There is panic in your head. A voice thunders through your temple from one side to the other. It encompasses everything within the void that you see around you. It is not a warm feeling. You watch as tentacles fall from the endless void. A face that tears your mind from your skull looks down at you with large eyes and says, I am the thing beyond time and space. What do you offer me? Trying to be dramatic, and you're over there holding up a scope.
That's I have no clue. In this world, am I still technically holding on to it?
Your hands are empty. You use kazoo noises. If you've nothing to offer, then I will take. You feel arms around your waist pulling.
Mm-hmm.
He might be a bit tough for me, Dov. Dig your heels in, and we'll try to make it out of here alive. This one's mine. I see. And then you snap, and your eyes are filled with bright light as you are back in the midst of this forest. You still feel the weight of someone holding you around the waist. You feel the bag in your hand, and it opens and drops. And again, the whole thing just falls. There's no bounce. It just boom. The rest of you look to see a handsome man with short cropped brown hair and handsome features, a wide mustache, and a goatee trimmed to a point. His skin has a slightly red hue, is currently wrapping his arms around Emrys's waist.
Does Emrys seem in distress?
Oh, Emrys is about to, like, drops bag, takes the biggest gulp, and then is clawing his hands and arms off of him, and a brisk pace.
He like, let's go. Like, he lets go.
First
he
move.
follows.
Okay, go ahead.
The handsome man follows behind you. Look, you're safe. I did what I could.
No, I know. Thank you. Give me a moment, please.
I told you that I would help you as much as I could. Possibly. I'm sorry. You're right. I'll give you your time. And he turns to look at all of you. Look at them. They're all staring at you.
One, who are you? And point directly to Weird Fellow. And two, I'm taking my bedroll out and covering the gem.
I'll come right back to that in a moment.
Yes.
Yes. Gej.
Is Tanuk moving towards it?
Tanuk does not seem to be moving at the moment. He's standing stock still.
I would go
Liz.
over to Nook, but
Liz is darting between Nen and Emrys and is just like, is Emrys all right, or does Liz have to like kick this man's ass? Like, she doesn't know who he is, but she's like not going to take up
All
with like anyone touching anybody.
Let's resolve a couple of things. Whenever you go, who are you? He looks back to Emrys over his shoulder because he's turned his back, you know, and then points to himself.
You, the silly reddish tint man with the facial hair.
I believe they can see me.
Who are you?
I'm a friend.
Looks to Emrys.
And then as you go to place the blanket over the crystal, you place the bedroll over the crystal. Now what are you doing?
Trying to scoop everything up without touching it. To keep the crystal within the bedroll.
Please explain to me how that's gonna work.
It's already in cloth.
Yes, it was in cloth a minute ago too, and dirt.
I don't know what all just happened.
That's very true. So as you place the blanket,
I don't know
and go
what
to
just happened.
scoop all of it up, the world around you goes black.
I was gonna say, probably I have a cord that keeps it tied together. I would have put the bedroll over it, slid the cord under it, and tried to tie it tight to pull everything together. That's up to you if you still want to do that, but that, in my brain, is how I would have tried to pick it up, not knowing what this is, and not really knowing a lot about magic.
That's true, you don't know a lot about magic.
I'm the
Keep
only
in
one
mind-
here who is like, I shoot guns.
Keep in mind that this thing corrupted an entire region of forest, and it's only a foot and a few inches long by 2 inches around.
Hey,
Through a big A boulder.
you do you. I'm
So-
just simply explaining how I would have tried to pick it up off the ground.
Sure, you drop it on there, you weave your rope through there, and try to scoop it all up. You're able to scoop it up and tie it off. As you come into contact with it, the world goes black. You find yourself standing in a void, floating. Points of light are all over the place. You gasp for a moment, realizing that there is no air flowing through. There is panic in your chest. You watch as a form in the void appears, this head with gigantic tentacles, bulbous with bulging eyes. Do you come to offer me something as well?
Who are you?
I have many names, older than the void itself.
Frederick, I'm sorry. I will give you my brown pants.
Wet
Sorry.
brown pants brought to you by ducks.
I will give to you a piece of knowledge that will make no sense to you, but is interesting. Did you know
7.
that 1 horsepower equals 300 tons? Oh, sorry, continue. You have many names. Sorry, tangent.
Swear fealty to me, and I will give you power.
To what end?
only in that you serve me. And when your time is called, you join with me at the end of all things.
And what sort of powers does this alignment gain for me?
That is a great question. Give me 1 second.
Sure. This episode of Contractual Negotiations brought to you by Direbear.
Magic will be yours. I will open your mind so that you may speak with others. I will protect your mind and allow you to subjugate those who are beneath you.
This all sounds very interesting. Can I have a wee bit of time to think on it and get back to you?
No.
How about a deal in trade for a far more interesting soul than mine? Would you be willing to offer me your assistance towards that end?
And with this, you have the right to barter.
Never hurts to ask.
I give you power. In return, you serve me. You claim no one else's soul. What is your answer?
And if I refuse?
The face moves into the void so that you are taking up the space when all you can see is one large, bulging eye of this great elder being. The blood in your veins turns to ice. The voice booms around you but seems to come from nowhere at the same time.
What is your choice?
One moment, please.
Please hold while I roll a d2.
Well, you flip a coin, basically.
Yes. Well, shit. I wanted to say no, but I did flip for it, so it seems we have a deal.
A wise choice.
It pulls back. The entity is vast. All of a sudden, your mind is open. One of your favorite sayings is, "I don't know how magic works." A phrase that you can no longer say. You understand the intricate details of movement of fingers, the words and how they draw on power. Your mind is opened, and you feel yourself not falling but floating. You open your eyes as the void vacates your eyesight. You are blinded by the light that is surrounding you. You blink away a few times to see yourself standing in the forest. Over the last 3 seconds, all of you have watched as he scooped it up and then opened it, reached in, and grabbed the crystal. As he held it in his hand, all of you watched as it sort of dissolved into his arm and disappears. You now have 1 level in Warlock. Your patron is the Great Old One. I don't want a party of warlocks.
And
Yes.
yet,
I didn't know what was going to happen if I said no, because it totally tried to murder Emrys, but also Moonin didn't know that. And terrified giant being. Shit. Okay.
Unclock. I just saw that.
Liz is slightly concerned about Moonin, but she's more concerned about this man that Emrys is still like has not told her that is a friend yet. So she's like,
It's only been like 3 seconds, literally. He turns and goes, "They can see me."
I'm still walking.
You people stress me out.
Oopsies.
I'm going
He
to
start-
go to character creator and what is that for in here? Hold on. Sorry, continue.
He's like doing that dainty like tiptoe run behind you kind of thing. Don't go. We have to. I'm going to try something. And as he does, you hear this sort of. It sounds like he's almost like retching kind of sound. And as he does, he looks back up and goes, "Ha ha! I'm still here, aren't I?"
What's your name?
Told me? Him.
Gregory. That is my name. Gregory. Winks at Emrys.
is he running after Emrys?
He's like, yeah, following him. Not running after him, like trying to catch him. He's just like following behind him.
Liz, even though this is not a smart thing to do, she's going to run after him and like grab his arm and be like, "They're trying to get away from you." No.
Oh, I'm getting away from everybody. That's okay.
He turns and like glares at you. That's.
Go Craig.
I'm all great.
Ha! Ha! Oh, this isn't working, is it?
Does he need to be dead, Emrys?
I'm not saying anything. I'm so sorry. Little bit of a panic. Walks off to tree line something.
He
So
walks not after Emrys. He turns and points at Moonin. You! What did you do? And he starts to like walk over towards where Moonin is. Emrys touched the thing, and we were there, and then you touched the thing. Where did you go? Something happened.
Liss? Because Liss is holding on to him.
Oh, I didn't know you were holding on. Get your hands off of me. Unhand me, young lady.
Holds up even the odds.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you to Emrys?
A really good friend.
She said that she was okay with him being, or he said that he was okay with him being dead. It's okay to shoot him.
No, that was not what was. No, no shooting of me. Don't
Can we
do
all
no.
just stand still for like 4 seconds?
No shooting of
Everyone
trouble?
just shut the fuck up. Sorry. Please, for the love of whatever gods govern this land, can we figure out what the fuck is going on? You're a stranger. Sit down. Just sit down. Emrys, let go of him. Just stay where you are. Moonin, what happened? Tanuk, are you okay?
My head is fuzzy, but yes, I'm okay.
Moonin, what happened?
Gregory sits down daintily on a rock.
Liz sits next to Gregory, just like staring, and like one hand that's like in her bag.
Bag sand. Just sitting there like this.
She's staring at him. He's like,
Detect magic is still going, correct?
10 minutes? Yeah, it should still be going.
Does he still feel the corruption on the land?
Nope.
What about Moonin?
Moonin doesn't seem to be corrupted, but you can tell that he has... No, actually, no. The only magic you can detect on Moonin would be his gun.
Cool. So yeah, no, he's just looking at you like, what the fuck? What, bro? What happened?
You looking at who? At Gregory?
Moonin. No,
Oh,
Gregory.
Moonin.
Gregory. If Gregory gets up, he's about to get a spear chunked at him. Ain't even gonna lie. He is
Not
he
even
is-
stabbed, just.
No, he's just gonna chunk it at him. Gej is holding white knuckled onto that spear at this particular moment in time, and he has a book in the other hand that he's kind of like thumbing. Yeah. Yeah. So just, Moonin, are you alright? Are you okay? Do you feel... Are you still you?
I'm still me. I think I'm okay.
Now, the question is, do you reply verbally or?
I will have to figure out that later because I can't add
Just
it to my sheet.
look at the benefits of that. If you look under
hold on.
class under Warlock, and then look under Great Old One as the Pact.
Boop, boop. Please hold.
One of the first things you get at first level is the ability to
Be me and Scotty.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Moonin doesn't know how any of this works. You hear that in your head.
So yeah, looking directly at you, then realizing that I can hear you without your mouth moving. Alright.
You all just sit around and stare at each other often.
Shut
missed
up,
that bit.
Gregory.
Continuation in your head. Why are you looking at me weird?
You're not actually moving your mouth hole, Moonin.
Mouth hole.
At this point, Liz is going to go, Moonin, I like you. Do not make. Don't die. God damn it.
Don't die.
Rin.
I'm confused.
Wait, it's fine. How's the land doing? Can you tell?
I'll. It will need healing. Things like this don't just go away, but I will check. And I'll look to Nook. Would you join me?
Of course.
And I'll sit down with the shawm, begin playing like a very low, somber song.
He sings a known song to you, a song to the Earth Mother. It's all throat and chest. It's a very quiet sound.
And that is a 26 on the nature check.
And you look at one another when it's done. It is not sad anymore. And sure enough, as you finish your song, the forlornness, the sadness that was over all of it, the rending of your heart is not there. There is, albeit small, there's a grain of hope, and there is a place of rest. It's like looking at scar tissue, knowing that that spot will never be the same, but it will be healed.
I look to Tanuk. May I ask a favor?
Of course.
This place is not, I mean, this was the epicenter of this blight. We must check all the places, all the nexus, all the ley lines. I would ask if you would join me in that.
I would be happy to. The Grove Mother has told me to take care of this place. And you know this to be the Sybil in this area.
I must talk to her as well. But let us have news for her. Yes?
Indeed.
And just silently pass a bottle of...
He does not disagree with the idea and starts taking it.
And just sit there for a moment, sort of re-knitting the connection with him, with the land beside him. And that's unless somebody like interfaces with Rin, that's what they're going to be doing for the next several minutes.
All right.
Really kind of like focused and zoned out from all of whatever this nonsense is.
This stuff. This is a them problem, not a you problem. Tanuk looks at the four of them and says, I believe that they can find their way back with the help of Aguak. Maybe you and I should get a head start on our task.
I agree. Aguak.
Aguak?
Come here.
He bounces over to you.
And I take a small gem. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then slowly after that communion, look to the others and say, I know you have things that you have to attend to, and I'm sorry, but this is my duty. I'm not sure who you are, but looking at Gregory. But thank you. for helping.
You're welcome, tiny little man. At least someone has some manners around here.
Sometimes I'm a man, but now I am
Sorry,
am what
tiny little
nature-
person.
thank you. I am what nature needs me to be.
Of course.
And then looking at the others, I will see you again, my friends.
Look forward to it. Thank you for all of your help.
No, thank you. I would not have been able to defeat, and sort of looking at the smoldering remains of the Wendigo, would not have been able to myself.
And now that the forest is safe, I do believe we owe you a revelry.
Yes, you do. And I'm sure the Sybil would be very eager to speak with you. But first, a revel in the near future. Sort out your things. And then we can sort that out. It was so nice to see all of you again. Like, kind of trotting in place again. Thank you. And, like, they go up and hug each one.
Gage kind of iffy about it at first, but eventually gives the hug back.
Yeah, Liz is also not a big hugger, but she's like, it's fine, I guess.
No, it's fawn, not fine.
I love Rin so much.
Yes.
Travel safe. And then
You as well.
Looking over at Tanook. Let's go.
Indeed. So, Tanook and Ren make their way into the forest, checking some of the convergences in this place. The dust here lies nothing. Agwak flaps over to where Gage is standing and sort of like tucks his head out into the forest, flaps a distance away and like rakes his beak across the ground, then flaps back over to you and then goes, "Come."
Looking to Moonin, are you sure, other than your newfound talking in your heads, that you're okay?
Bless you.
Oh,
You okay?
yeah, that one made my eyes water.
Oh no.
Whew. Oh, I will take a deep breath and speaking with my words.
Speaking with
your
mouth
mouth
hole.
hole.
With my mouth full. I think I'm fine.
It's like watching someone who's never understood how to speak with their mouth. I am fine.
Then he's gonna look for Emrys.
After a little bit, it would have come back. The mark on his neck that usually can't be seen is a little more seen now, and it's rubbed red. But other than that, he's just quiet and he's back.
So he would give you a concerned expression, relaying the tone, if you need me, I'm here. But he's not going to move forward. And he's going to follow Agwak.
Agwak hops a few edge to the edge of the rim of the crater, and then looks back at the whole party. Agwak, come on, let's go. You watch as Beskerfell in his armor clams up next to Agwak. The bird says he's ready to go. Are you ready to go? That's marvelous.
We'll talk to you on the way and point to Gregory.
Oh, I look forward to it.
We have to make sure that Emrys comes back with us because he walked off. But I'm sure
Yeah.
he's fine.
Yeah.
No, I
Emrys
came
is
back.
back.
No, I came back.
Oh, good.
You follow Beskerfell and Agawak, who lead the way out of the corrupted forest, back to the central grove. A revelry ensues. Ren and Tanuk make their way, this being a couple of days afterwards. Gregory explains that he had a special bond with Emrys. Still does, actually. Very special bond. That's my guy. I'm not sure what happened. Something weird when he touched the crystal. You want to tell them about the big thing?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'd rather not this moment. Gregory.
Gregory, yes. Every once in a while, when you say his name, Gregory, he goes, "Me, yes."
do I have to roll for that statement?
No, you elicit what information you want to, as you feel necessary.
Okay.
Liz does come over to Moonin and is like, puts like her hand on his shoulder and is just like, you know, you can tell me anything, but I'm here for you. But I really don't want to see you end up dead. So please be okay.
I don't want to end up dead either. Thank you.
As the Sibyl appears again, drawing up to her full height in her robe of leaves and grass, she looks at all of you and takes careful note of Gregory. This is not your place, is it? You belong elsewhere. Why ever do you appear here in this place? That is the most solid question I've heard anybody ask yet. I don't rightly know. You watch as the Sibyl turns its head left and right, looking, again, rising 8 to 10 feet in the air, her robe and gown just shuffling to the ground, all manner of leaves woven out of the area around. Would you like to return to where you came from? I would be interested in that, yes. I believe that would be a wonderful idea. Then you have a long road ahead of you. Well, that's disappointing. Sometimes the start of the journey seems useless. But the journey overall is where we learn more about ourselves. Probably was in character.
It's like staring like appreciatively, like.
So I'm stuck as Gregory until some mystical journey takes me elsewhere. Yes. Wonderful. The revelry ensues, and there is music and drink. She spins and twirls, and the forest is alive. People that you don't know seem to come from all over to join in this. Drink is given. You all enter a state, almost this manic state, but it is pure euphoria And as you do, the four of you, Sans Gregory, come together, and you see an image ahead of you. A ship gliding above the water. You see a city on fire. The four of you stand over it like titans and pour water slowly out, saving the city. A worm crawls through the center of the city. Small fire trails behind it. It grows larger and larger, but the four of you in your titan form stand and bring your feet down together. The stomp is thunderous, but when you move your feet, the worm is dead. You see an image of a man lying in the street. Unfamiliar, yet you know him so well. You don't know his features, but you know in your heart that you know who this person. You don't know who they are, but you have familiarity with them. He smiles at you all in a fatherly way, his features blurred with the exception of that smile. It warms your heart. And then he turns to dust and blows away. The next morning, you all wake to find yourselves refreshed, staring up at the sky in the grove with this still playing in your head. A vision of the future, a vision of what is right now. You don't know. You spend the next couple of days making your way back to New Amsterdam. The city seems unfazed by whatever happened to you over the course of the last week. They seem to almost as though nothing happened. When you reach the docks, a familiar figure, his beard now shaved back to the handsome mustache that he always has, his accordion briefcase on his side, and a few more bags and pouches bouncing on him. Well, I believe I've taken long enough on my sabbatical. What do you say we all get back to our home?
I say that that's a word.
It's good to see you two. Who's your...
Liz, so
hello,
excited,
Ren.
like hugs him.
Oh, hello. It's good to see you, Liz.
Yeah.
Ah, I've missed you as well. Monin, you look different. Not bad, just different.
Week in the woods will do that to you.
This is true. Not that I know of. Much too much of the city for me. Gej, are you well?
Well enough. Scratching's not as loud as it normally is.
If you need anything from me... Oh, that reminds me. And he reaches into his accordion pouch. I'm not sure how many of you of these you have left, but he hands you a soft pack of cigarettes.
Those are in-law, thanks. And he would take them very gently. Thank you.
As you do, he does that thing where he puts his hand on top of yours and just gives it a squeeze. Emrys, are you well?
Well enough.
Well, I've already prepared for our departure. Ren, I know you took good care of them. They made it back well. Couldn't have picked a better guide for them. One question, though. I had 4 tickets. Who's that? Hello. I'm Gregory.
Apparently a good friend of Emrys. Kind of showed up in the middle of the woods.
We're excellent friends. Fast friends, if you will.
Tag along, if anything. Sorry for the trouble.
Colm lets you know that it's no trouble, and he sets off to allow you to say goodbyes to Ren as he goes and purchases his purchases another ticket on board the airship.
Rin walks up and there's just like a small it almost looks like an earthen container, but it's wrapped in vines and greenery, and it buzzes slightly. They sort of just look between everybody, and they walk towards Gej, holding out this bundle that's perhaps about the size of a little bit larger than a softball.
These?
Kind of.
Sorry. And he hold his hand out. If it looks like you're going to hand it to him.
Yes, it's for you. This is one of my queen bees and a few of her drones. I would like you to make some of my creations over abroad to think of me.
The recipe I could follow. Ready to just measure with your heart.
And if you do come back to this world, this land, I look forward to seeing all of you.
I think I'd like that.
But I want to taste your drink.
You will.
Good.
And we'll make
And he
sure to bring it
graciously.
with us.
Shut up, Steve.
He would take your bees and he would tuck them safely.
That
somewhere.
container should keep them alive for some time. Some enchantment upon it to sustain them for what I suspect is a lengthy journey. Just make sure to use it well when you arrive.
I'll do my best to do right by you. Thank you, Corinne. It's a very gracious gift.
The more alcohol and booze I get to spread, the more revels get to happen around the world. And it sounds like your part of the world needs more of that.
I'm afraid that I don't have much to give in return. But I will
I'm not
give
asking
you.
for anything.
Feels impolite, and he's going to take the tip of the spear and he's going to cut off a part of the fringe of his scarf and hand it to you.
Ties it on to the edge of his end of one of his horns. Does it look good?
I like it.
Good. Does a couple twirls. I like it. Safe travels, all of you.
And good luck with your ley lines.
That's going to take some work.
Anyone else?
I'm just kind of mulling things over in my head during this conversation. Just processing.
Like
As
mulled wine.
you, as the party says their goodbyes to their fawn friend, Colm steps forward and embraces Ren, saying, "Thank you for always looking out for me." You're a wonderful friend.
Somebody has to.
Luckily, I have these 4. 5. Jury's still out, but 4 at least. If I'm ever this way, I'll make sure to stop in and check on you. Behave yourself.
Never.
As it should be. Farewell, friend.
And as they begin to board,
Mhm.
play a farewell tune.
The airship is familiar. As you all clamber aboard, the captain looks at Moonin and says, "This is how you board a ship. This is how you board a ship. Not dropping in on the deck, but through the gangplank.
As requested.
Well done." Everybody checks in that everybody's all aboard. The gangplank is drawn. The ship powers up and sets sail back to Europe, bringing an end to the New World arc and an end to Season 2 of the Troubleshooters. A huge thanks to... Let's start from how I have you all listed on here. So I'm going to start with Q. Thank you so much for running all of this. Thank you for playing Emra so far. It's been a lot of fun. This arc was especially with Gregory. Well done. I am always, as is always, impressed by you. Thank you so much for everything that you do and bring to this table. Huge thanks to Voodoo, who is playing as Gej. Gej is like, I feel like Gej has so much heart. And I love every time that we get to see Gej's interactions with, hell, anybody. There's just so much heart there. So thank you very much for being here and doing this with me. To Vixen, who is always going to be... Yep, probably so to the end of the season. So, Vixen, thank you so much for bringing Liz. Even though she is chaos, her ferocity is much appreciated in a party of people like this. This is fantastic. Thank you so much. And then Moonin, who is the level-headed part of the party, I feel. He says, "Hey, I don't know what's going on, but we're going to figure it out," and has the true name of a troubleshooter. Thank you, Otter, for playing Moonin and bringing this in here. And Breck, even though you were with us only a short time, Ren is one of my favorite drop-in characters of all time. Maybe not with Ren, but you are always welcome back at this table anytime. Let me know if you're available. We love having you. Before we do party appreciations, I want to give the biggest appreciation that I can to the people that we do this for, and that's everybody out there watching. Dragon Magpie, Raymond, whenever you're here, Steve, everybody that's been on here watching with us week in and week out, Lil Given, Just Enough Wrong, Ayana, my own girlfriend, Emily, who is here watching. We love all of you. We thank you so much for coming in and watching us week in and week out. We absolutely it's just, like I said, we would do it even if you weren't here, but we're really glad to have you here and doing that. I'm going to shut up for a minute and I'm going to let everybody start. And who wants to go first? Is that not it, or is that it?
Sure.
All right. So Otter, you're up first, sir.
Sure. I'll just kind of go around the camera here. So, Emrys. We never know what's going to happen with your character, and the sheer surprise every time you end up at the top of the initiative, even though you know you probably are going to be there, is great.
I don't know why I bothered taking the alert feat.
No, you're good. We can now be confused warlock buddies together whenever that gets discovered by the party. Hey yo. Not to re-go over what Cap said, but I love the heart you bring to Gej. Voodoo. Gej is just our firebug wholesome boy, and I love it. I'm very much looking forward to learning more about Gej and their story, because there seems to be more there that just hasn't come up yet. Cap. I'm so glad you invited me to be here for this campaign through all of the twists and turns. It's truly always interesting. And I love where it's going, and I can't wait for Season 3. Breck. Thank you for coming to join us, just kind of out of the blue. I'm glad we reached out. Rin has been just like this crazy, happy, yet mysterious, fresh air that just kind of fell into the party, and I love them so much. And now I look forward to seeing what Gej does with some bees to make some alcohol back home. This is going to be fun. I hope we see more of Rin or you as Breck in the future. This has been a blast. And Liz. Our characters know each other and put up with each other. Thank you for not killing me.
It would have brought you back to life.
She would have brought me back to life, but now it would not have been far from what I expected. But I appreciate Liz just being there for everybody, but in an aggressive way. I am aggressively caring for my party. Makes me think of the meme, Aggressive Care Bear. Or Intensive Care Bear, that's the one.
Intensive Care Bear.
Yes. But no, I thoroughly enjoy the dynamic Liz brings to the party, whether that be through chaos or not. It's always a fun time.
Care Owlbear.
Owlbear.
All right.
I will go next.
Okay.
And hopefully I will not break out through the entire time that I'm speaking. Fingers crossed. So we are going to go with Heath, who is our wonderful DM. I am so happy to be here every week. We have been friends forever. It is so nice to, in the stress of nursing school, to just be able to come and see all of you. I know that if I needed anything, you would be there for me. Voodoo, I just absolutely adore your memes. When I have a sad day, I just scroll through your Facebook and it just makes me so happy. And Gej is like what I kind of wanted Liz to be, because like I started out with her being like this stoic like character who I did not want to be chaos, but all of my characters turn out to be chaos because that's who I am as a person. Ren, I am very excited, or Breck, I'm very excited that you joined us. Ren was interesting, and your comments through today have cracked me up quite a bit. Along with everybody else who is here with us every week, I am super grateful that you're here and that you enjoy us as much as we enjoy you. Q, I'm thankful for everything that you do with this for us, with hosting it and putting out all the announcements and doing all the work. Same to you, Otter. I appreciate all of the things that you do. I enjoy Emerus, even though that we have never gone on adventures together. I think it's, Emerus is the only Frenchman that Liz likes. And Otter, you are just absolutely amazing, and I thoroughly enjoy when you try to crack me up, because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I do appreciate the fact that you put on all of the work. And the other day I was on Facebook, and we have become friends recently. I'm like, who is this? Like, why are they showing up? Because the only people on Facebook are people that I know in real life. So I'm like, I don't know this person. Why am I getting their stuff?
Don't mind me. I never post anything. I just exist there.
It's yeah. It took me by surprise the first time too. I was like, "Who is this guy?" Oh, okay. I know who that is.
That guy.
It's that guy. All right. Who wants to go next? All right. You two over there in the corner. It's always you two, because in my screen you are always
Okay, ready?
Q is always above Voodoo in my camera layout. It's always right there like that.
Okay, Q. Odds or evens?
You know me, I like my evens.
Always
Okay.
odd, man.
It looks like Q is next. That
Ah,
was an 8.
8s are even.
eights are
Eights
even.
are even.
They're the perfect even. Wow. Breck, I'm gonna start off with Breck. I know we haven't gotten to play long. I missed a session where you first came and joined us, but let me tell you, the energy that Rin holds is such. It's a little different. It's like almost the opposite of what we hold in the party, and I think that's exactly what we needed. This bouncy and just fun, gender neutral little baby of yours is absolutely fantastic, and I am so glad that I finally got the chance to experience Rin in game, in call. It was absolutely fantastic. So I'm very glad that you joined us.
I've only had Ren for 10 minutes, and if anything should happen to him, I'll kill everybody in this room and then myself.
Exactly.
Big facts.
Big facts. Big. Otter, I mean, what can I touch on besides the fact that everybody has already touched on? And I would mention the beard, but I feel like everybody else already touched on it. So I guess I gotta skip that this time.
I
Gotta come up with some new.
specifically didn't say anything about the beard.
Exactly. And you know what? I'm not even gonna say anything besides brushing over it. But Otter, Moonin is an absolute delight. The fact that he is, well, I can't understand anything. I'm just gonna shoot it and figure it out later. That is probably one of my shoot?
Are we shooting?
Are we
shooting?
No.
Trouble?
To call back season 1, wee bang bang.
It's exactly that. It's exactly that. You be bang bang? No? Moonin is an absolute delight with just even the smallest of moves and the shortest of sentences.
The Paris incident.
Yeah.
Liz. Vixen. Liz. No, I'm kidding.
That is a fact. Liz is indeed Liz.
No. Liz is absolutely fantastic, and though I know everybody wishes to see us go on adventures, and I'm just sure we would butt heads, she's an absolute delight, be it from just making a grand entrance or making a grand entrance. Liz does nothing small, and that is absolutely what I love about Liz.
Or changing the economy of baked goods within a small city.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back, and the price of macarons is gonna
It
double.
should be
It's
through the
either
roof.
doubled or they no longer exist in this place because they're afraid to make too many because they're all just going to go missing again.
She's gonna run for office on the macarons are too damn high. The cost of macarons is too damn high.
Exactly. Gej, Voodoo. You know, Gej holds a special place in my heart. He's such a good boy.
It's the teeth, isn't it?
It's the teeth. Everest wants them to add to his little. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
He's not.
You can have one.
Just one. Sorry.
Unscrews, hands, tooth.
And now everything we know just is on its ear. Those unscrew.
Yes.
Were you not aware of that?
Gej has been such a delight, be it from helping me not die to helping me not die. But I know Emrys definitely holds Gej as a close friend. There's been too many times that we've gotten the chance to let them bond every time. So I look forward to what these two dumb idiots are probably gonna get into. Because Emrys is gonna keep touching stuff, and Gej is like, I'm gonna kick your ass if you don't start talking to me. Come on. And of course, Cap, you weave this story so magnificently, be it to describing the area we're in, introducing the characters we talk with. Everyone makes a difference, and everything you say paints the picture. And I loved playing with you in the beginning. I loved coming in as little baby Grimly into a party that was pretty well developed at that time. Even though you did hurt me a little bit with him, but that's okay.
I honestly, like, I had to do it, but I felt bad about it. Okay.
Oh, I could tell. I could tell. Oh my god. Me just sitting there like, oh, you're just like, I hate this. Oh,
I'm gonna give you the worst description ever, and I'm so sorry.
oh god. But painting the picture beautifully, weaving the story magnificently, the worlds you create, the way you DM is absolutely fantastic. And I'm so glad that I got to play in another game with you. Thank you for choosing me and my boy Emrys. Floor is no longer mine. Thank you.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Turns off camera.
My name is not Ted.
The representative from Canada relinquishes the floor. All right, we have 2 left.
All right, I'll go. Why not?
All right.
Leave the best for last.
Saved.
No, you know what? Never mind. You get to go. You get to go last because you're the bestest.
Well, I mean, well, that's very kind. So, by
You're the
all means,
best.
please
So
do.
okay. So let me start off with you then.
Sure.
I absolutely, from the moment you described his soft little pitter-pattering hooves on the ground, fell in love
I did that
with
just
this
for you, by the way.
individual.
In this episode, I did that again, specifically because I know
I
you
love
enjoyed it.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yep.
I appreciate everything that Rin is about. And I very much enjoy, again, as everyone else said, the flavor that you brought to our group. And it's magnanimous. And I really, really do hope in the future that you make a comeback because you're an enjoyable person. And that's what I think of you. Sorry, awkward. Vixen. Liz is a chaos baby in some of the worst kinds of ways, but also they're the kinds of ways that I enjoy personally. Gej doesn't appreciate it because he's tired of chaos, but you know what? He's not gonna fight you on it because I love you and it's great. Just the fact that you're so willing to kill us because you can lovingly bring us back from the dead is fantastic. This problem can't be solved by being alive. Well, here, get dead, and then we'll fix it later. I appreciate that about you. Otter. A, I appreciate your taste in books. B, your taste in music. And C, Moonin is absolutely wonderful as well. He's our quiet chaos because honestly, we can't say that he's not. He's a very muted type of chaos that goes with us.
It blends
But just
into the background with the rest of
He's
the
a
group.
He's a-
does.
Focused chaos.
He's sneaky about it. And I appreciate that. I think that you have woven quite the intricate I'm not crazy baby, but he's very crazy baby. Precision chaos. Yes, that's exactly what he is. And everything that you also do for Dire Bear, both here and other places, is fantastic to me because I can't even begin to remotely understand technology, but you make it all look so easy. And your beard's great, so I mean, I had to say it.
Somebody had to.
Yeah, I'll be that. You. I love you. It's Emrys is great. That little disaster baby. Disaster children. I'm sorry. I want to know more about this child. Why do you touch everything? Why is it if it's presented to you, you have to? Why?
The decision wasn't being made. Something was happening, obviously. Just cover it. I was hoping to cover that.
I mean, I'm just gonna give you the thing that I made it for one of my previous characters. I eat it, I drink it, I do stuff with it. It's probably gonna kill me, but I'm still gonna do it. That's yours now. You can have that. Because it's you.
Gotta get Emrys some of them grabby hands so he can
Yes.
touch stuff without touching
Give him a
stuff.
give him a fidget toy or something. I'm sure that'd be more distracting than touching anything else.
Would you like to hold one of the beasts?
What?
No, because I'd be
In
afraid to hurt
season
it.
in season 3, we find out that Emrys is highly allergic to bees.
Oh no.
Stay tuned.
But
Chat,
no,
why did you touch everything? Why did you choke a man with pants?
Wet pants.
Listen, that was
Because
a
disaster
one-time-
babies. Was it a one-time thing? You did that so quickly.
Listen, I don't know what thought I was thinking, but it just said pants.
Looking back on that, you came up with that plan way too fast.
He did.
I know you, Q. I know
was-
you.
he
He
was
came up
sitting-
with that plan way too fast.
Waiting with pants in the wings. No,
I feel like somewhere there's a Canadian security guard who's been strangled with wet pants.
No comment.
We're not allowed to talk about that on air.
That never happened. I don't know what news you're watching, but it's fake.
This has been fake news. But yeah, no, again, and like I told Otter, is everything you guys do for Dire Bear and not just here. You guys are a big part of it, and I appreciate that because it takes many to make a thing as glorious as this float, and you guys are definitely some pillars of it. Which brings me to Cap. And Jesus Christ, it's really weird how we found each other, but I'm super glad that we did, and I'm super glad that you took my grainy, weird video of me mumbling in a corner and decided to let me be part of this campaign.
I'm like, why does my brother keep tagging me, and who is this weird person that he keeps tagging with me?
Yes.
And why aren't we friends? How do we have so many mutual friends and we aren't friends?
Your style of DMing is quite the breath of fresh air to me because it's not always just there is so many ways that we could potentially solve a singular problem. You don't have to go in with fists. You encourage us not to go in with fists. I mean, we can't do really a whole lot against when didgeridoos, but you know, like the whole first season, we solved things pretty well non-violently, which I love. It's great. Forget about Peter though. We're gonna murder him. But no, it's so refreshing, and it has been so long since I have had so much fun playing D&D. And that's because of you and your beautiful storytelling and all of our beautiful, beautiful chaos children that are part of this group. That is definitely a problem solved with violence, Otter. But yeah, I'm gonna stop being weird as shit now, and you can have it, best.
I appreciate it. So I'm gonna start off with Cap because you took a big leap, just like inviting this guy that Otter's like, hey, you should invite this dude. You should invite him to the game, and you took a big leap, and I appreciate that. I hope that my own brand of chaos was well intentioned, and I hope I hope it worked with the story, and that my little insertions here and there of just kind of guiding, my little, I don't know, suggestions here and there. I appreciate you being flexible enough to sort of grab onto them. So thank you. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Liz, I mean, much like you said, I haven't gotten to play with you too much, but it was fun watching you do what you do and all the interactions with everybody. It's just fantastic. And I will absolutely be back season 3. You can't keep me away. I don't know that I'll be able to do every episode, but much like this one. And so, yeah, I look forward to getting to know all of you, including you. So, thanks again for being so welcoming. And yeah, it's been awesome. And same to you as well. Their Q. I appreciate it. It's been a fun ride. This character. You mentioned the whole fact that they're gender fluid. I did want to Cap, if you don't mind. Do you mind if I read that little description?
Please.
So on Rin's character sheet, under sort of the other notes, I had this written. As a druid, Rin is intrinsically tied to the ebb and flow of nature, but their tie is closer than many druids because of their Fey ancestry, being a satyr. As such, they have been both male and female through their life, as the tides and cycles of the ley lines and seasonal cycles have strange effects on them. Rin has been both a father and a mother, the child given to the Sibyl of their circle, in their years, and will continue to proudly act as the will of nature deems necessary. So that's why I kind of inserted that little thing where, Rin's features were slowly turning more feminine, because that's, it was kind of going towards that role as nature has willed. So that's the idea with Rin. Rin's full name or real name is Rindin, but just Rin. So I thought you'd appreciate knowing that.
I love that.
So Gej, Voodoo, thanks for giving me a character that I can just like instantly sort of lock on with, and it's like, all right, this is a character that Rin will sort of just mesh with, because Rin is just a sweet child, party creature, and it's just like, okay, that's my spirit animal right there. So thank you for letting me sort of just latch on and sort of vibe back and forth. Was awesome. So thank you, and I look forward to whatever crazy creation I do next, to meet all of you. And of course, Otter, hey man, thanks for the recommendation. It's been awesome getting to know you. And I look forward to having you in my game, my horror game that's coming up in a couple of weeks.
Hey, like I told you before, I'm gonna lick stuff for science, so I'm here for the terrible things. I'm gonna make a weird character for you.
That reminds me so much of Alone in the Void.
So I will be, I run games on my channel from time to time. I'm doing a special sort of mini series, and Otter is going to be starring on Friday nights, starting first Friday of August. So if you have a free time, come out and support your boy. Again, thanks, Otter. It's been awesome, and I look forward to all of you, hopefully many years of happy gaming. So thanks again.
And with that, again, my biggest thanks to everybody out there who was watching and sticking around with us. Don't forget, just because our season is wrapped does not mean that we don't have shows. There will be a special on Monday, 2 weeks from now, I think is when that is. Thank you very much for doing that shout out there. I gotta double check and see. Yeah, I think it's 2 weeks from now. Deca will be back running his one shot on there, and I will be playing. So if you get the rare occasion to watch me actually play as a character, if you've never seen me play D&D, and I know a couple people in this right here, yes, I know, as I've actually played in your games, can attest. I suck at it. I'm no good.
That's the best part about the game you're joining.
Reverse that.
Reverse Uno card, excuse me.
You
Don't
ran
lie
a
to us,
one
Cap.
shot. You ran a short game of Monster of the Week, and I made one of the most like memorable characters for
Ah,
people.
we love
Everybody fell in
Monty.
love with him, with Monty, just because I played this curmudgeon old 70-year-old man who was a truck driver. So
Absolutely lovely.
look forward to that. We do have a game tomorrow night with Scion. Jason will be back with World at War, and with Deca will be there. I know, and Sarah and Eric and all those guys will be back playing tomorrow night. Wednesday night, not this week, but next week, we will have JT running his new game. And then Thursday, I don't know if we're going to be back on Thursday night because I don't know if Maddie's back yet or not. But check us out for A Knight's Ransom. My brain went, what's the name of that show again? And then Saturday with Stolen Cities. And don't forget, our new Sunday show is on YouTube. It should be going live here in the near future, but for now, you can catch up with it on Mondays. They film it on Sundays and then put it up on Mondays.
And we do have a name for the Wednesday game.
What is the Wednesday night game?
The Wednesday night game is going to be called the Falskallen Knights.
Falskallen Nights, and that's nights as in nighttime, not
Yes.
nights as in nights. But thank you, everyone. We will see you back in September. September 6th, which is the first Monday of the month, is your boy's birthday. So we will not come back on my birthday. Love you all, but I know. And then the 13th, maybe, but I know that the following weekend I go to Gen Con. I don't know how I'm going to be feeling that Monday night, but for right now, we'll call it September the 13th. We'll be back, season 3, back in Europe. Shit's going to get weird, man. Thank you all. Stick around for the raid as we're going to go hit Dork Tales, if I'm not mistaken. Check them out. Make sure you... Yeah, I see Breck knows them. Check them out. Show them some love, and we will see you all September the 13th. Good night, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Join us on the Discord. Don't be a stranger. Bye, guys.